guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Darshna and I'm back at it again with another makeup video. Before we continue, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you like my intro and outro, please check out the artist. His name is Vinci. He's amazing. His socials are going to be in the description box below. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is the makeup palette that I'm going to be using for eyeshadow. It's the Revolution palette and it's got really nice colours in it. So I don't know if you guys can see. I do have the little paper bit with all the colour names on it. So that's what we're going to be using, and I'm also going to be using that as my mirror, seeing as I don't have one of those little mirrors here. So I'm just going to be putting some tape onto my eyes. I got this from Primark for £1. You can get this from anywhere. You can even use the little masking tape from 3M because it's soft enough to peel off skin. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do now that we've taped our eyes is prime our eyelids. And for that, I'm going to be using the eyeshadow primer potion by Urban Decay. Not sure if you guys can see that. You just need the smallest amount of this, guys. And that's literally how much I use for each eye. And I'm going to buff that in with a brush. So the next thing that I'm gonna start off with is the eyeshadow, and I want quite a reddish corally look today. So I'm gonna be going in with Neon Locket. Sorry, I don't think you can see that. So that was Neon, Locket, Loose, and Jive. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with Jive. And I'm just going to put that all in my crease. So I'm going to tilt my head back and find my crease, place the brush in there and go back and forth. And then in circular motions. So the next colour that we're going to go in with is Loose, and I'm going to pack that colour on the outer corner. And with the same brush but the other way around, I'm going to go in with Locket, and just do that in the middle portion of the mobile lid. And the last colour that we're going to go in with is Neon on the inner portion of the mobile lid. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is highlighting the inner corner, and for that I'm going to be using this shade in the NYX palette, and that is called HCP SO1 Ice Cream. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is the eyeliner, and for that I'm going to be using the Maybelline gel liner. So I also put some gel liner on my lower waterline after I finish off my liner. And now that that's done, I can take the tape off. Ideally, you don't want to take it off like this. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be doing is moisturising, and for that I'm going to be using L'Oreal Revitalift SPF 30. So that wasn't eye cream that I put on, guys. That was actually moisturiser. Didn't take enough, so I just took a little bit more. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is priming, and for that I'm using the e.l.f. Tone Adjusting Primer. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is foundation, and for that I'm using MAC Face and Body in C5. Next thing that I'm going to be doing is concealer, and for that I'm using the Revolution Conceal and Define. Okay, I'm going to switch sides, and I'm going to be using the pointy side of the blender now, just to get right underneath the eye. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is the under eye powder. And for that, I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Next thing I'm going to be doing is buffing out the under eye. And I'm not going to be taking any more product, but I'm using the same brush that I used for the mobile part of the lid to pack on the colour. And the next thing that I'm going to be doing is some contour, and for that I'm going to be using this shade in the NYX Contour Pro Palette. Next thing I'm going to be doing is my bronzer, and for that I'm using the Kiko Couture Sienna, and it looks like this. Now I'm going to pinch the brush that I've just used so it looks like this, and with this part of the brush I'm going to use that to contour my nose. And I'm going to grab my beauty blender again, and just to soften the edges of my nose, I'm just going to pattern the contour down slightly. And I'm just going to clean that line up ever so slightly where my cheekbones are. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is highlight, and for that I'm using the NYX Contour Palette again. Highlight and contour palette, sorry, and I'm going to be using this colour for highlight, and that is called Nectar. Next thing I'm going to be doing is mascara, and for that I'm going to be using the Colossal Go by Maybelline and the L'Oreal False Lash Flutter mascara. I'm just going to tilt my head back and apply. Sorry if you can hear noise, guys. My husband's just finished in the shower. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is my lips, and for that I'm using the Sephora lip liner. Let me just go and get it. Okay, so I'm back, and it's the colour in Fresh Berry. So the lip colour that I'm going to be using is the Rimmel 37 by Kate. I think it's Kate Moss. Okay guys, that's the finished makeup look for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like I said at the beginning of the video, check out Vinci's socials, it does the music, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.